Welcome aboard, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here. And I've got one word for everybody. Al. Here, kicking it up here in the province of Alberta. Last night in Edmonton, spoke to 117 people. Tonight in Camrose, the Camrose Regional Exposition Center at 7 o'clock. The Camrose Regional Exhibition Center. That's 4250 Exhibition Drive. 4250 Exhibition Drive. Tonight, 7 o'clock. It is free. Know anybody in the province of Alberta? We're going to be in Red Deer tomorrow. Know anybody else in the province of Alberta? We're going to be in Calgary, God willing, on Sunday. If you want... I'm back. To get information about where we are in the next 3 days in the wonderful province of Alberta up in the Great White North, deathbymedicine.ca. That's deathbymedicine.ca. Check it out, folks. We are bringing our message of science-based, clinically verified health recovery solutions to anybody who wants to hear. We had a nice crowd last night. 117 souls stayed for 2.5 hours to listen to good old Dr. Glidden expound on the problem with healthcare in North America. And by the way, the healthcare crisis that we're up against is not just focused on the United States. It's not endemic to the United States. It is a North American, it is a worldwide phenomenon. And as Obamacare is starting to sink into the trenches in the United States, my prediction, my Grandolph's prediction, the prediction of most people involved in longevity is that this is going to work to longevity's advantage because it's going to force people to buy insurance, medical insurance, which gives them access to a system for chronic disease. This is the billion-pound gorilla sitting squarely in the middle of the North American continent that nobody pays attention to. It's like slavery. Slavery's bad. It's like childhood labor. Childhood labor is bad. It's like not letting women vote. What are you, nuts? When you tell me women aren't smart enough to vote, what? What are you telling me? The earth is flat. What? All of these cultural myths, it's reality by consensus. It's reality because everybody agrees it's reality. Well, guess what? The reality that's killing us now is the ridiculous notion that MDs own the decoder ring to everything having to do with medical science and that your MD knows what's best for you. And guess what? They don't. Like Dr. Phil says, really, how's that working for you? We had hundreds of people at the event last night. Everybody's on at least 2 prescription medications. Everybody's health is getting worse and worse every year, not better and better. While we let the MDs drive the bus of healthcare, they've turned it into disease management. While we have given our bodies over to the MDs, what do? They deliver symptom-suppressive treatments that don't cure a darn thing. What they do is manage the illness, and then we die. And every couple of years, the drugs that they give us stop working, so we need drug 2.0. We need the blood pressure medicine 2.0. We need the next designer high blood pressure medicine. I had people in the room last night that were on 4 different high blood pressure medications. Can you believe that? 4 different high blood pressure meds. So why on earth would you need 4? Because the first 3 didn't work. Because the MDs are hunting in the dark. MDs are like blind people in a black room looking for a black cat that's not there when it comes to the treatment of chronic disease. For trauma care, they're excellent when they're not addicted to drugs, street drugs, or prescription or alcohol, as Harvard University says over 50% of emergency room medical doctors are. The billion-pound gorilla in the middle of the North American continent that nobody is talking about is the simple fact that MD-directed medical treatments for chronic diseases do not work. And the point of view, the world view, the philosophical orientation that the MD is trained in is old-fashioned, outdated, and completely out of step with reality. It's an old-fashioned, juvenile, archaic, arcane philosophy of medical treatment. It's called allopathic reductionism. And when you bring an allopathic reductionistic point of view to bear on the treatment of chronic disease, it must fail. The medical system does not need to be upregulated. It does not need to be downregulated. It does not need to be tweaked. It does not need to be massaged. It does not need to be coerced by government money. It does not need to be managed. It needs to be abandoned. So Obamacare now makes it mandatory for every United States citizen to gain medical insurance, which gives them access to the medical treatment that's the leading cause of death and the leading cause of bankruptcy. Fantastic. Sign me up. I'll take 2 of those, Alex. This is what it's come to, ladies and gentlemen. It's reality by consensus. It is an out-of-control pharmaceutically managed train wreck of a healthcare system that's turned into a medical management system. Now, we had some awesome testimonials last night. Wish you could have telling her that she was going to need to be on the meds for the rest of her life, and that really, basically, her life was just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It's been a year now since she's been following our science-based, clinically verified medical nutrition health recovery strategies. Guess what? The lupus symptoms are 100% gone. Guess what? The arthritis symptoms are 80% gone. Guess what? She just came back from a 10-mile hike last weekend with her loved ones that she never, ever would have been able to do a year ago. And what did she do? She stopped eating food that was causing inflammation to the body. She stopped eating 10 bad foods. She got on board with a nutritional supplement program that gave her body the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for her body weight. She gave her body a fighting chance by feeding it the raw materials that it needs in order just to function properly. For goodness sake, we take care of our automobiles better than we take care of our human bodies. We take care of our pets better than we take care of our own bodies. Our pets are fed with gorilla food. Whatever pet you have, they have a special food formulated not only for that breed but also for that body weight. Guess what? Your animal is taken better care of than your human body is, because does your medical doctor give you advice about vitamins and minerals and essential fatty acids and amino acids? No. Your doctor will tell you that vitamins give you expensive urine and that you're wasting your time taking them. And when the doctor tells you that, they should be thrown in jail for medical malpractice. Your medical doctor, your MD, has no training, no experience, no respect, and no appreciation for medical nutrition. They have no training in it. Training in medical nutrition is zero. And yet the brainwashing of North Americans is they are, when they graduate, they're given the secret decoder ring for everything having to do with medical science, and that they know everything about everything having to do with medicine, including the stuff that they haven't been trained in. Because we've fallen into the rut of this cultural bias, this particular point of view. We're dying, and before we die, we suffer, and we're suffering needlessly. Well, we're going to put an end to that tonight up here in Camrose, 7 o'clock at the Camrose Regional Exhibition Hall. The Camrose Regional Exhibition Hall at 7 o'clock tonight. Camrose Regional Exhibition Hall, 7 o'clock tonight. It is a free event. If you have relatives in Camrose, Alberta, the province of Alberta, the city of Camrose, tell them to be at the event tonight. If you want to have take 2, we're going to be in Red Deer tomorrow, and take 3, we're going to be in Calgary on Sunday, God willing. All of the information about the times, locations, and events are to be found at 866-582-9933 is the number to call to speak to me live, 866-582-9933. And if you're listening to the podcast and would like information about how to get in touch with us, information about our health recovery protocols, information about the business opportunity that we represent, That number, 855-347-3696, 855-347-3696. There is a way out of medical mediocrity, ladies and gentlemen. It is longevity. Eliminate the 10 bad foods that are gumming up the health of the cells of your body. Take the 90 essential nutrients every day into your body, appropriate for your body weight, and give that program 90 days, 3 months, to make a specific and measurable, noticeable change in your life. You're going to love how you feel. Check it out, deathbymedicine.ca. That's deathbymedicine.ca. And if you're in the U.S., of course, the URL, the website that you and everyone in your life needs to visit at least 3 times a day, fireyourmdnow.com. That's a good mantra to live by the way. Fireyourmdnow.com. That's fireyourmdnow.com. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, your steadfast advocate for health. Talking to my golf buddy Javier in California. When we come back, stick around. Today is the 4th day of October 2013, and this is Fire Your MD Now. Hey, you want to get away? Well, get away to longevity and join Team Glidden, fireyourmdnow.com. Click on the Join Longevity button and let us take you for the ride of your life. I'm going to Georgia now to talk to Uta. Hello, Uta. What's up?
Hey there, Dr. Glidden. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate that.
I'm happy to help. How can I help?
Yes, I got a friend. She is 50 years old, a little bit over 200 pounds. She's been diagnosed with IBS, gastritis, no gallbladder, and she's on a budget.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, everybody's on a budget, right?
Yeah, I know it.
I mean, you know, I'm on a budget. Everybody's on a budget. It's a crazy economy, and the solution. Are you a longevity person, Uta?
Yes, I am, and I've been on your product. Oh my God, now for about 6 months.
And how do you feel?
Actually, I feel definitely better, and I don't have no problem ordering the stuff. But in her case, she's tight on money, so. But I feel great. Yeah, it has helped me tremendously. I cannot brag about that enough.
Yeah, you got to love it right now. You know, one of the people that just won my contest in September is the person that brought you into longevity.
Yeah. Yes, I used to work with him at Haverty's, and I'm still working at Haverty's. And he's gone.
Well, yeah, he's gone, right? Because he's rocking with the business. Now, I'm going to answer your question, Uta, but I'm intrigued here a little bit about your own experience with your own health. Could you give me a little insight into what happened to you since you've been taking the stuff?
Oh, my gosh, I lost a few pounds.
Well, how many?
I don't know quite. Well, probably close to 35. Yeah,
35 pounds. How many months?
No, this has been going on for over a year now because I was on a similar product, but really feeling good and not having the bloating anymore and just being in a better mood and full of energy. That is going on for probably about 6 months now,
Wow, you gotta love it.
I love the rebound. Oh my God, I'm going to be 62, and I have quite a bit of grass to mow, and I'm telling you that will do the trick. I feel awesome.
Yeah. So before the longevity stuff, you had a lot of gastrointestinal trouble and hardly any. Energy was a problem.
Very much, and living in the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of nausea, waking up at nights and feeling like I would have to throw up. A lot of dizziness.
Really?
So, the doctors never knew. Well, they didn't know anyway, but don't know where that came from. But I think my body was just totally drained of all the nutrients. Yeah. So, I feel awesome.
Well, it's kind of like a rebirth of sorts, right?
Almost,
reborn at 60, 3, 4 years of age?
One now. It's going to be 62 end of the year.
Gotta love it, gotta love it, Uta. Well, God bless you. And so here's what we do to support and promote the digestive system of someone who doesn't have a gallbladder and who's suffering with GI symptoms. The recommendation for Foundation Boilerplate Medical Nutrition Assistance is the Healthy Digestion Pack. And selenium appropriate for body weight. So it's 1 healthy digestion pack and 2 selenium per 100 pounds.
Okay.
And as a little extra help, for 1 or 2 months, you can also give her 1 bottle of Mackey Plus, M-A-Q-U-I,
Yep.
Mackey Plus.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah, 1 or 2 bottles of Mackey Plus a month. Now, if budgetary concerns are a problem, this is going to get a little tricky. So what would I do for the absolutely, positively least amount of money here? Well, what I would do is I would give her every month 1 bottle of the plant minerals, the plant-derived minerals.
Okay.
1 bottle of the Mackey Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 bottle of the root beer, 1 box of the root beer belly. I'd give her 1 box of the root beer belly, 1 bottle of Mackey Plus, and 1 bottle of the plant-derived minerals.
Okay. Okay.
Ever just do those 3 things. Now, the other thing is we need not overlook the other. Oh, I'm sorry, because the gallbladder, she needs
Daily
1
enzymes?
bottle of Ultimate Daily Enzymes. Yeah.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, that's what I take too. I don't get one either.
Yeah, great. And also, oh yeah, well that's half of your problem, right? The other thing is, of course, it's the obvious, but we don't want to overlook it. No wheat, no barley, no rye, no oats, right?
Yeah,
right,
she's got to shape up with that. I know she's not all the way there yet, but
and don't be afraid, Utaf, of showing people who are on a budget the business opportunity. But I'm telling you the truth that one of the most successful people in longevity, his name is Rich Stocks. He's a multi-million-dollar earner with the company. He's been with the company for 17 years. When he started, he was so broke. He had to collect the bottles and cans and turn them in at the recycling center for, 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, until he could collect the $5 enrollment fee. That's how broke he was. Now he's a $1 million earner. If he can do it, you can do it. Anybody can do it. And how do we do it? We do it by lifting up our community, and that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Keep up the good work, Ud. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Dr. Peter Glidden here with you. Going to boogie on off to Washington right now to talk to Daniel about a dosage question. Hey, Daniel, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
I called about 4 months ago, and you suggested I take some things here, and I'm not sure about how much of the selenium I should take. You suggested 4 bottles a month.
Oh, well, how much do you weigh, Daniel?
150 pounds.
Yeah, 4 bottles would be the maximum amount, and, we know what the minimum dosage for selenium is, but nobody really knows what the maximum dosage is. There are way too many variables to predict. Selenium is really the only supplement that you can effectively overdose with it, but if you start to overdose with selenium, you get signs and symptoms first before there's any real physical damage. So signs of an overdose of selenium are your breath starts to get a fishy, garlicky odor or taste to it, number 1. Your hair starts to get funky, like it gets drier and more brittle than normal, and or your fingernails start to get weak. So if either one of those 3 things happen, you have a problem with the dosage and you need to cut it back by a bottle a month. Have any of those things happened?
No, I was actually wondering more specifically, because you said 4 a month, but how many a day? It says up to 3, but it sounded like you wanted me to take more than 3 a day.
Yeah. So that's a great question, Daniel. The longevity, of course, sells millions of vitamins a month, right, all around the world. And because we're such a litigious society, remember a couple of years ago when that person bought a cup of coffee at McDonald's and spilled it on themselves and burned themselves?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And then they sued McDonald's and got like $1 million or something. That was crazy, right? Well, that's called tort. In the world of law, that's called tort law, where people can sue people for whatever. I don't like the way you look at me, so I'm going to sue you. And whenever you hear the word tort reform, on TV or in, dinner parties or whatever, that's what people are talking about, because the way that laws are set up in the U.S. now, you can just sue people for stupid reasons like, holy smokes, I spilled coffee on me and I didn't know it was going to be hot, right? You're a knucklehead. And that's also why you see all these stupid things, like you'll see a shower cap, right? Next time you go to a hotel, if they have a shower cap there, look at the box. It says fits 1 head. It's like, really? You had to tell me that? You had to put that on the box? Or on the iron on my hotel. I just came back from a hotel in New York City, and on the iron it said, do not iron clothes while wearing them. It's like, really? You've got to be kidding me. Well,
they need some common sense vitamins for some people.
There you go. And so because of all of this ridiculousness, Youngevity puts dosages on the bottle so that some knucklehead somewhere doesn't, swallow a bottle an hour of something and then give themselves a trouble. And so it's really just to cover their butts legally.
Yeah.
And the basic rule of thumb here is, if you're talking to me or Dr. Wallach or somebody else in Youngevity, if the recommendation is a bottle a month, then count how many capsules are in the bottle, right? There's usually 60, 120, or 240 caps in a bottle, and then divide that by the number of days in the month. So if there's 60 caps in a bottle, that would be 60 divided by 30. That's 2 capsules a day, and then we would spread that dose out, so 1 capsule twice a day. So 1 bottle of selenium, there's 90 caps in 1 selenium, so that's 1 bottle equals 3 capsules a day.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 bottles, right, would be 12 capsules a day.
12? Okay, I wasn't sure if I was taking too much. 12 seemed like a lot.
Yeah, well, that's what I take a day. And you can do that 4, 4, and 4, 6 and 6, 3, 3, 3 and 3, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 2, or whatever, as long as you get to. I wouldn't take 12 at once.
No, of course not.
Yeah, spread them out. Now, selenium, of course, is a mineral. And Youngevity's calling card in the world of nutritional supplements is the minerals that they have. Nobody has a mineral supplement that even comes close to Youngevity's. Nobody. And the problem with minerals is when we swallow a mineral, if we have just eaten a food that has phytates in it, you spell that with a P-H-Y, phytate. Mm-hmm. If you've eaten a food that has a phytate in it, the phytate will bind to the mineral, and you'll poop the mineral out before you absorb it.
Almonds, right?
Yeah, so almonds, you're smart. So almonds, peanuts, spinach, beans, rice, a lot of food has phytates in it. So it's best, what I advise people to do is take the selenium or the mineral supplements that Youngevity has between meals. As long as your stomach can handle it. And if your stomach can't handle it, have a couple of bites of an apple or a handful of raisins or half of a banana or a piece of cheese or something in order to settle your stomach down. So, because it's much better to get into the habit of either that or you have to just be completely Johnny on the spot aware that you're not eating phytates. That could be kind of a pain in the neck. But that's really the basic rule of thumb here. And be advised that medical nutrition fails for 2 reasons. Number 1, you didn't take the appropriate dose. You took a half of the dose that you should have, or you didn't absorb what you're taking. So once we've dialed the proper dosage in and we've given it enough time to be effective, then the only other thing to dial in is elimination of the 10 bad foods and a heads up on the phytates and stuff like that. And have you noticed any positive change at all since you've been on this program?
I just started to make enough money to start buying all the stuff I needed. So I just started last month, taking it in the middle of last month. Okay,
great. All right. Now, and when you came into Youngevity, did you come in as a customer or as a business builder?
Customer.
Okay, so you can upgrade to become a business builder for $10. You can join Youngevity for $10, and Youngevity.
Yeah, that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, so what you want to do, Daniel, is lean on, so call Youngevity, call their customer service number. It's right there on every bottle of everything that they have. And say, I'm a customer now and I'd like to become a business builder. I'd like you to put me in touch with someone in my organization who's really good at business building. And Youngevity will, they have their computer and they're able to look and to see who's in your network above you. And then they'll give you that person's name and phone number. And you call them up and say, hey, I'm Daniel. I'm in your downline. I want to know how to do the business. And then it becomes their job to hold your hand and teach you how to do the business as quickly or as slowly as you want to be taught. And that's how we do it. So you have to be a squeaky wheel at first. You have to find the person in the organization who's successful at building the business. Even if they're 100 levels above you, find them, call them up, and say, hey, I'm your man. teach me how to do this, and that's how we do it. And that's all free. Right? There's no charge for that. I mean, it's free. It's free training. And I got to tell you something, Daniel. Yeah, it is good to know. And look, man, the potential for making money here is gigantic. I mean, it's gigantic. It's way better than compound interest. It's way better than a JOB. It's way better than working for any type of corporation in the United States. So the only thing that would be better than joining Longevity is if you were the owner of a corporation, right? Right. That would be the only time that it would be better. So don't be shy to the business opportunity, because it's not what you think it is. It's way more fun than you think it is. And if you get trained by somebody appropriately, you start making money within the first 4 weeks, and, you know, that beats a poke in the eye with a sharp stick.
Yeah, well, I work at a post-hospital rehabilitation place, and I see people with Alzheimer's and just all this crazy stuff. And
oh, my God. How do you do it?
There's one guy there that was just listened to everything I had to say about vitamins and stuff, and then this other guy was just not having it. So it's pretty motivating.
Yeah, well, you know, the sower had good seed. And the best way, I'll give you a little training right now, the single best way to drag people into the light of medical nutrition is to bring them to the expert rather than trying to become the expert. You know, because if you listen to the show long enough, you're going to know more than most medical doctors in this country about what's really going on with illness. You just will, and you'll know what to do. But it's hard to convince your neighbor or your customer that you know more than Dr. Oz does, and they're not going to listen to you. But if you point them to one of my webinars, if you give them one of my CDs or DVDs or one of Dr. Wallach's CDs or DVDs.
Dr. Wallach's book, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, so.
All right, so use the CDs. Use the CDs in the webinars. They're more effective. Okay. Use the CDs in the webinars. They're more effective. We're visual. That's why YouTube exploded, right? Because we love watching stuff. Yeah. So if you bring people to the webinars, so here's the pitch. I know a doctor that says you don't have to suffer with that. If I send you a link to this webinar, if I send you a link to this video, if I lend you this DVD, will you watch it? That's all you have to say. And if you do that 10 times a week, in a year from now, you will not even recognize your bank account, as God is my witness.
Awesome. Can't wait.
All right, Daniel. Keep up the good work. I appreciate your trust. I appreciate the call back. Give me a call in a couple weeks with an update. I appreciate everything that you do. From Washington State all the way to Arkansas to talk to Mark about high blood pressure. Hey, Mark, thanks for calling. You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, how are you, sir?
I am great, man, but I'll get better. What's happening?
First of all, I want to say I love you. Love everything that you stand for, everything
Thanks,
that you preach and you live. I live the same thing. Real quickly here, I had gastritis, acid reflux years ago. About 15 years ago, doctor told me I would have to take medication for the rest of my life.
Ouch.
Changed my diet. It went away within 1 week. After 15 years, $15,000 in credit card bills because I didn't have the insurance wouldn't cover it.
Unbelievable.
Yes, sir. Just last year, I was feeling kind of weird. I've been a raw foodist for 5 years. I started feeling really bad, didn't know what was going on. Went to the doctor. He told me I had high blood pressure. I asked him, I'm 145 pounds. Now, of course, I'm not overweight. My diet is not bad. Why? He told me, basically, he said, SHI, you know the rest of the letters, happen.
Yeah.
So he got fired. He got fired on the spot. It's crazy. I went to another doctor. He told me that my vitamin D was low. That turned out to be correct. But she told me the way he prescribed me the high blood pressure medication was incorrect. So she gave me the proper dosage, but I still felt bad. Didn't know why. Vitamin D came up. I still felt bad. And eventually, with diet, I think I got over that. I've been taking the high blood pressure medication for the last almost year. I still can't sleep without taking some sort of medication. And I've just been searching to find the answer. And I discovered you. Got your book. Your book. I'm kind of excited, right? I can't take the name of the book. With the gun to the man, you know. I got
Yeah. The MD Emperor has no clothes. Yeah,
right.
That's a good,
wonderful book.
It's a catchy phrase, right? Yeah.
And last week I heard you say about your blood pressure and how the MDs and the people change the numbers to make it where you have high blood pressure. So last Friday, I stopped taking the medication. It still kind of goes up and down, but it's never, both of my numbers are never up so high that it would cause me a problem.
All right, but look, the game is afoot here. The game is afoot here, especially if you're having trouble falling asleep. And these are two arms of the same octopus. These are two arms of the same octopus. I see this in raw foodists all of the time. I'll dial it in for you when we come back. Stick around, Mark. I'll dial this in for you when we come back. Ladies and gentlemen, my new best friend's on the line, Mark from Arkansas. Great minds think alike. Stick around. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Finishing out the second part of October 1st, 2013. We're talking to Mark in Arkansas. You still with me, buddy? Come on in, Mark. You still with me?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
All right. Very good. All right. So, you know, in the wonderful world of medical nutrition, there's a funny thing that I learned, and I learned this from Dr. Wallach, and it's been one of the most substantial things that I've ever learned, and it was right in front of my face, and I missed it. It's impossible for our bodies to get the nutrients that we need just from eating food. You can't do it. I mean, you can't do it. So even if you're fruitarian or a vegetarian or a vegan or a raw food person, you could own 100 acres of the best organic farmland in the world and only eat your stuff. You'd still be nutrient deficient because of the mineral thing in the soil. So it's my supposition, based on your health history, that you need more calcium. You just do. So, and because now the benefit that your body has over somebody else's body, because of your the diet, the way that it's been, for how long have you been a raw food guy?
5 years.
All right. Well, look, man, raw foodists respond to mineral supplementation and medical nutrition in a freaking heartbeat. You know, I mean, I give a raw foodist medical nutrition program, and in 7 days, boom. It's like, oh my God.
Wow. Yeah.
I give somebody who's been eating the standard American diet, you know, meat and potatoes, a program takes 3 months before they start to feel it. So, what's your current body weight right now?
145.
All right. So here's what I would do for 4 weeks, right? I would do one healthy start pack, one bottle of Cal Toddy, one healthy start pack, 2.0, one bottle of Cal Toddy, that's C-A-L, like calcium, one bottle of Cal Toddy, and 3 bottles of selenium. 3 bottles of selenium a month, 1 bottle of Cal Toddy a month, and 1 healthy start pack 2.0. That's it. And I want you to please take 1 ounce of the Cal Toddy in a little bit of orange juice immediately before bed. A little, like 2-3 ounces of orange juice. And if that, you know, doesn't work for you for whatever reason, you can put the Cal Toddy in a little bit of water. That's okay. Orange juice is better, but water is okay. I want you to do that, however, immediately before bed. All right?
Okay.
The rest of the stuff, you can spread it out over the course of the day. So the dose for you, in the Healthy Start Pack, there's 3 things. It's the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Vitamin Powder. It's 1 scoop in 12 ounces of water twice a day. 1 scoop in 12 ounces of water twice a day. Conversely, you could put 2 scoops in 24 ounces of water, but if you do that, I want you to take at least 2 hours to drink it down.
Okay.
1 scoop in 12 ounces, I want you to take an hour to drink that down, all right? So do that once in the morning, once in the afternoon, and put the whole thing together and take a couple of hours to drink it. The second thing is an essential fatty acid supplementation. Do you do fish? Are you vegetarian?
Yeah, and I don't do fish.
Oh, all right. So then you're going to have to do a different healthy pack. It's called the Shellfish-Free Healthy Pack. I believe that's the name of it, the Shellfish-Free Healthy Pack. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm going to have one of my assistants look that up for me real quick. But we have an essential fatty acid supplementation that comes from plants, and you need it in order to prevent stroke. I believe it's called the Shellfish-Free Healthy Pack 2.0. So 3 of the essential fatty acids a day, You can do 3 all at once or 1 capsule 3 times a day. It doesn't matter. The last thing in that package is a white, it's a canister of powdered freeze-dried calcium. Powdered freeze-dried calcium. The dose for you is in that bottle of calcium. The canister of calcium is a little scoop. The recommendation is 1 level scoop per day. So I want you to put 1 level scoop of that in with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. 1 level scoop of that in with the Beyond Tangy Tangerine mixture when you make it. And the only thing left for you is the selenium. If you're going to be doing 3 bottles of that a month, then you're going to need 3 capsules 3 times a day. 3 capsules 3 times a day. You already know what to do with the Caltati, and that's how I want you to take it. Do that program religiously for 4 weeks, and then call me back. Call me back when you start sleeping through the night. Watch what happens to your mood, your energy, and your sleep, and within 2-3 weeks, you're going to love what happens to your blood pressure. Keep up the good work down there, Mark. I appreciate the kind words, and remember, you are the tipping point between health and disease, wealth and poverty in your community. Step on up with longevity, and let's make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, see you tomorrow.